Hello, Rob here from the Flanagan Homestead. I just got done putting together my MechMaxx B150 15 horsepower chipper. I'm not going to show you exactly how to put it together. You can follow the directions there, but I have 6 things that I think as I have gone through I might want to mention to make it helpful for you as you put it together. I just thought you might want to see, I did pay a little extra to get the cover that goes over the machine. I just thought you might want to see what it looks like here. It's not the most form-fitting, but it does cover the machine, keep it dry. I'm not always going to be able to have it in the shop, so I did spend a little bit of extra money for a bag or a cover that's made to stay over the top of it, and it does cinch down. Okay, so pointer number 1, the machine is delivered without any oil in the engine. This is not unusual, but there are some machines that are delivered with oil in it. So if you were planning, like I was, to run home, put the machine together and start using it, you better make sure that you have oil to add. I put 10W30 in mine. The manual lists 3 different types of motor oil that you can use, but the 10W30 was the one that they said from freezing temperature all the way up to 100 degrees, this oil is good for these temperatures. So that's everything that I'm going to be using it in. The other grades of oil were either for really hot or really cold. So have some 10W30 and you'll be able to put it in the machine so you could start it up and run it as soon as you're done assembling. Tip number 2, this is a 600 plus pound machine, and so you need to have somebody else there to help you move it, tip it, hold it in place. It took me over 3 hours to put this machine together because I tried to do it mostly by myself. My wife did come out at times while I'm tipping things up and slide things into place, and then I pinned it there, and then she went back in the house. But if you want to cut this time in less than half, you can do it a lot faster than I did it, but you're going to want to have somebody else with a little bit of strength to help move a 600 pound machine, or have some equipment that does it, a hoist or a jack or something along those lines. Don't be confused if you don't think that you have all the hardware there. When I first opened the machine and sprayed everything out, I found the manual, and in it there was 4 bolts. I opened up the manual and the assembly manual and looking at it, and it says everything is to scale in the pictures, and then just hold the hardware over this and you'll know it's the right size. Well, I'll tell you what, number 1, it's not to scale, and number 2, it lists many pieces of hardware, and I spent time looking for this in all the packing and debris, and I couldn't find it. The nice thing is, almost every piece of hardware was on the piece that it belonged on. So for instance, the axles had the bolts and the nuts that were going to hold the wheels on, and the tow bar had the bolts on that was going to attach it to the machine. So that was actually nice because it was already on the piece that it belonged for. But don't go looking all over the place for hardware that's not there. It's on the machine already. There's the 2 biggest bolts are the ones that put the main axle on, and they are not to scale, like I said. Just take the 2 biggest bolts, put those on, and the other 2 bolts are for putting your traffic lights on. And I chose not to put those on. Here's something that I would suggest you do, and I did this on the suggestion of another person. This part of the machine comes as one piece, and then you have to tip it back this way to put the axle on and the tires on. And that tipping it back, I didn't want to just rest it on the drum, because before the chute is here, the drum is exposed, and I didn't feel comfortable resting the weight on the drum, so I had to tip it and not have it go too far, but far enough to put my main axle and tire on. And then the directions say, and the next thing is to put the tow bar on and all the wheels there. But and then you'd have to be tipping it the other way and trying to keep it from going too far, and to have an angle that you could do that. And it doesn't say to put the chute that you enter your material in that you're going to chip and shred. It doesn't say to put this on until much later. But on another guy's suggestion, when I did this, I put this chute on, and then I was able to just tip the machine, leave it on the wheels, tip it back, and let it rest on this chute, which it didn't hurt it at all. And then I had a great angle for putting the tow bar on. So put the main axle and wheels on, put this chute on, tip it back, and then start working on the front end of the machine. Okay, the next point here, and I swear MechMaxx did me wrong on this, although it's a minor thing, correct me if I'm wrong, but this hole right here is for when the wheels are in the up position, so that you could tow it with your quad or Ranger or whatever it is you have. So my wheels are in the up position right now. When it tips up, this hole right here is supposed to have the pin to hold it in place. But and so this is supposed to be on the bottom side. I wanted to put it on the bottom side. I knew it was supposed to go there, but the way that the holes were drilled and how thick this plate was right here, there is no possible way I could have turned this over. So I think somebody in the shop actually welded this on the wrong side. Anyway, this wants to be on the bottom side. To me, it's not incredibly crucial because I can still put this pin in here, and instead of being through the hole, it's just resting on the bar, and it's gonna hold the wheels up off the ground anyway. Tip number 6 in putting your machine together and trying to start it up, and this is one that really frustrated me because I missed by just a little bit. So when you put your machine together, there's a lot of different safety devices. For instance, if this bar is down, the machine won't run. If you lean on this, it's going to shut off. There's a shut off here, and the one that I didn't know about at the time and I wasn't clear on is in the chutes, and I like the fact that these chutes can clamp and lift open, and so you can clear stuff out if it's stuck in here. But one thing that I wasn't aware of at the time is there's a little pin right here that the machine will not run unless that pin is pushed down. Same thing with the chute over here. You can open up this chute and swing it open, but if you swing it open, there's another pin right in here that if you do not have that pressed in, it won't run. And I tightened down. You can adjust the tightness of these, and I had them adjusted what I felt was pretty tight. I mean, it felt like it locked in. And you know, when it catches and then you have to put a little pressure on it, it clamps down. And I thought it was good enough. This one was, but I tried to start the machine. I tried to start the machine over and over again, and it sounded good. It sounded like it wanted to turn over, but it would not turn over. I even sprayed carburetor, starter fluid in the carburetor, and it still wouldn't start. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I finally figured out, hey, there's safety features all over the place. And so this chute right here, I didn't tighten the clamps down enough that it was pushing the pin in. So I went and adjusted those, tightened it down, and the machine started right up. So you can see everything's in place right now, so it should start right up. But as soon as I open up that chute, it shut down. There you have it, my 6 tips on assembling your MechMaxx wood chipper. In the next couple days I'll have videos using it and see how well it works, how large it can actually do. You know, when they say it can do up to 6 inches, I usually say take off a third of what they say. So if it says 6 inches, it probably does 4 really well. If it says it does 3, it probably does 2. But as a Christmas tree farmer, one thing I'm really interested to see is, can I shove a Christmas tree in there and chip it up? We'll soon find out. Thanks for joining me on the Flanagan Homestead, where Christmas trees are my business, teaching and cleaning horticulture is my job, and outdoor projects are my passion. Hope to see you again soon. Be blessed, everyone. And let's go run a branch or two through this.